Feels like we're sailing today. I feel like we're actually on a boat. It's like rocking, having to hold on. Don't hold on to that. Hold on to stuff. Storm, whatever. Worst storm in a decade. Worst storm of the century. Oh, we've just lowered the solar panels because, well, it's very, very windy. And we just felt like we had two wings on the side of the boat and thought we'd best lower them rather than regret it if they get blown off later. So we've just lowered those. But yeah, it's really, really windy. The boat's rocking and rolling. It's good fun. Winds are changing. Heatwave Manium! Stop rain us! We went over for dinner at the Weirs a few weeks back where they completely forged our artwork, but we won't go there. But Mark showed us some wood carving that he'd been doing. So I thought, yeah, looks easy. So I had a go and I made a wand. In fairness, it's not as good as Mark's, but yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with it. See if it works. Obliterate Rainus! I think that's the stopping of the rain spell. So either that or make it worse. Heatwave Megalectium! Don't even know what came out of my mouth.
It's the day after the mega storm of the century. We have survived.
Storm Jeez Louise.
I don't even know what it's called.
Jeez Louise.
It's fine, it was windy. And that was about it. Canal got wavy. And we almost lost our gas chimney, but luckily I was outside, so I saved it from falling into the canal.
Like a chimney ninja.
Yeah. Today it's not windy anymore, which is a bonus, but it's really, really, really cold and very, very, very wet. So the lock ahead is closing on Monday. We need water, so we have no choice. We are moving.
Really hurt your arms.
You're completely emptying the dinghy.
Well, it's empty, yeah.
Gonna make it.
Yeah, we're gonna make it. First recycling, then water point and past the lock. That's all we have to do.
Yeah.
And then there's a nice shelter tunnel away from it.
I'm in need of some boating gloves. These are already completely wet. Don't even know if waterproof gloves exist. Is it such a thing? We've made it through the lock that is going to close on Monday, and we have about a half an hour wait to get to the water point because someone else is there, and then we're going to fill up.
So we're having pizza tonight. Marina's famous pizza, homemade pizzas. Marina was just saying that she wants to have a smaller pizza because she always overeats, whereas I was like, no, you need to have a pizza big enough where you leave at least 2 slices, maybe 3, so you can have pizza later. It's nice to have pizza later as a bit of a snack. Quite like a cold pizza, you know, the morning after. What do you guys think? Do you like cold pizza?
I prefer smaller pizzas because I have this mentality of finishing my food, so I would rather make a smaller portion but eat the whole thing because I find it difficult to leave it for the next day. Who is with me? Pizza pole. We've missed our spot in the water queue. Somebody jumped in as soon as the wide beam left. They probably just didn't know, so we're gonna go. We're not gonna have a chat with them or anything. We're just gonna go, and we're going to Crofton anyway where the water point is, so that just means that we have to get there today. I think there are 14 locks to go.
There's not 14 locks.
I'm not counting this, well, all today.
No, there's
14 locks.
8 max.
I am walking instead. I've decided to walk instead of being on the boat. The tow path is covered in debris from the trees after the storm yesterday. 2 more locks and we're going to reach the summit, then the tunnel, and a few locks going down. It's finally stopped raining. So much more pleasant to cruise when it's not raining. I'm glad we didn't wait for the weather to get better and set off when we did, because we're now halfway through our journey and now the weather's really nice, and you know, we just experienced the contrast, so we have so much more appreciation for the lack of rain. This is turning out to be a very pleasant experience. Often we get asked how we cruise and have a car, and we respond to people individually. It will be beneficial for you guys to know if we answer it in the video.
Well, we moved the boat, and often we're travelling at we are travelling at about 3 miles an hour, so you're not going very far in a day, so we often either walk back, cycle back. If it's a bit further, we might get a train from where we left it to where we're going. But in today's case, it's quite a long walk. There's no train station between where we're going. So yeah, we've done this walk before. It takes, what, an hour and 40 minutes, was it? Or 2? It was a long walk, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got to do a bit of a slalom to get through. All the flowers are out as well. It's beautiful. It's like spring.
That's not it. There is one tree that looks like it actually crosses the whole length of the canal. So we'll see if we can pass.
When we first got the boat, there was a tree over the canal, and I needed to get the boat to Knoll Wharf to have some work done. But yeah, this guy was just waiting for the CRT, and I was like, I can't wait. So I started like breaking twigs off of this thing, trying to get it less and less, and he came out and we like sawed a bit of the tree away, and we were able to like push his boat over, and then he was able to pull me over because obviously you didn't want to hit the prop on the tree. But something similar has happened here. In fact, I might have to moor up just here. Well, there's a tree across the canal, all the way. There's some above the water and there's some below the water. We're going to be here about an hour, but we're going to try and remove enough tree that we can slip through.
Cool.
Because we're cruisers, not snoozers.
What's your strategy?
I'm gonna just try and cut as much away as possible. So we've got a little slither between us and the bank.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can pull ourselves through it. There's no guarantees though, to be honest. But
Yep.
there's no turning around either, so gotta do what you gotta do. And I don't want to stay in these trees if they're falling down like this. So let's go.
Good luck. Just as we got to the top of the lock, I told Miles that we have an option. He can go back and get the car, and I will do the stretch to the next lock and through the tunnel by myself. I normally would have done it without any problems, but luckily we decided to stick together, and I would have been stuck here otherwise. What's the latest?
I'm just having a break while I thin this out.
Is there any way I can grab it and try and drag it away?
Yeah. I would suggest you put in that way, and I'll try and.
You're leaning a lot. Careful. Woohoo! Part one is done. Only one half of the tree left.
Just trying to see if we could ram it, just hopefully push and pull ourselves over it.
Yeah.
Might be okay. If not,
Well, we can just drag it. We don't have to motor it, right? We
No,
can
we
just
won't
drag it,
motor.
yeah.
we did it.
We're through! Well done, Miles! You did it!
We did it.
So proud of you. Well done.
Plan B was that we were going to tie the tree to the bow of Alba and just reverse up as much as possible, hoping to dislodge it, or wait for the CRT. No CRT needed today.
We don't need no CRT. We can chop trees ourselves.
Aren't you a lucky one, eh?
How many tools have you used?
So Zender,
Yeah, Zender. Oh my.
Jackery.
Jackery.
multi-tool,
Multi-tool.
the normal looking saw,
Yeah. And hacksaw.
hacksaw,
Hacksaw.
litter picker,
A litter picker. And we used ropes.
and a rope, yeah.
With a great relief, we continued towards the summit of the Canal, seeing more falling trees in the water. Then the wind seriously picked up. Our adventure didn't stop after the fallen tree. Another storm was brewing and it got way too windy for filming. Once we approached the Crofton flight, we found that the water was overflowing, so much so that each lock turned into a waterfall, something you don't want to see when trying to empty locks. The ponds in between are quite small, so the excess water kept being pushed down the flight, spilling onto the towpath. Canal bank has burst. We're dealing with overflooding. Oh my goodness, the biggest puddle is ahead. Today is so adventurous. Everything happened today. Oh gosh. I've never seen Canal bursting. Wow. This is the first time I've seen it. We've made it to Crofton, to the water point, so I think that's us ticking all the boxes. But today's been a complete adventure. So much happened that doesn't normally happen.
So for those of you who ask, how do you have a car and a boat? Well, this is how. I've got to walk 4.4 miles from Crofton to Wotton Rivers. The weather is horrendous. I forgot to bring a rolly. So this is how I get the car. Walk back to the car. All that work. Journeying yesterday, now I've got to enjoy it again walking, and then enjoy it again driving. So I get to do the journey 3 times, all in different modes of transport. That's how I get the car. Oh.
We don't need no CRT, we can chop those trees ourselves. We can cruise in any weather, even when it's windy. After the strongest storm in 100 years, who cares? We need water. We need water. Tree, don't mind me, Alba's water tank is empty. Tree on the right, tree on the left, tree is across the canal. No, we are not stopping. Oh no, the wind picked up, another storm is brewing, camera is blown off the roof. No, we are not stopping. Even when the locks turned into waterfalls and canal is as wide as the sea. Guess what? We are not stopping. We can see the water point. We made it. We made it. We made it. We don't need no CRT. We can chop those trees ourselves.